How is your Friday?
It's long. That's where I'm at right now.
Hey, but
Okay,
it's almost
all right.
done.
Why is Friday the longest day of the week?
I know.
Tuesdays are the worst and Friday's the longest because you're just that much closer to the weekend, friends. And I think overall the weekend is actually shaping up to be very January-like.
Okay.
There you go. That's your forecast in a nutshell. Let's go. Let's take a look at what's happening over the next few hours. Temperatures as far as this evening goes will be holding relatively steady. We are currently in the mid-30s, and that's where we are expected to stay. May have a few random flurries passing through, but it really hasn't been anything that's even showing up on the radar around northeast Ohio. But the southwest winds with the temperatures in the 30s today probably got your attention as you stepped out the door. Yeah, we remember what that feels like. A little bit of a nip in the air, and this cool air is here to stay as we head through the weekend, so not expecting any major changes. I mentioned that the little flurries that we've been seeing today really haven't shown up all that much on the radar, and indeed there are a few little flurries that continue right now. Another one coming into the Sandusky area. We have some downwind of Lake Erie, scattered flurries and showers going on in eastern portions of Cuyahoga County and southern Geauga County, but otherwise it's pretty easy peasy as far as the forecast goes. And region-wide, we're into kind of a nice calm pattern for a little bit. There will be a storm system that skirts us to the south. We may get brushed by that. I'll show you your hour by hour coming up in just a moment. But in the meantime, we may even get to see a few breaks in the overcast and get to see a few peaks of sunshine in here. Here's a look at your National Designer hour by hour. I'm going to take you through the entirety of the weekend. By midnight, if you do have any scattered, or if you have any plans, we do have some scattered flurries that are still in the forecast for you. Temperatures expected to hold mid 30s, dropping back into the low 30s as we pass the midnight hour, and upper 20s and low 30s degrees as you step out the door in the morning. There will still be an isolated chance for a few snow showers, but I think the bigger story here is that these scattered snow showers and the clouds that are anticipated to hold tight through noon will begin to break up as we head through the afternoon. So sunset lovers, you have a really good shot to see the sunset tomorrow evening, even though the temperatures are definitely going to be cool. When we start to see clearing this time of the year, you can bet that we're going to have some cold temperatures. And by Sunday morning, if the clouds don't fill in, we're likely to be in the low and mid 20s throughout much of northeast Ohio. So definitely a frosty start to our Sunday. Clouds will be on the increase through Sunday afternoon as that little southern storm system tries to sneak through the Tennessee Valley. We may get brushed by some of those snow showers. Early afternoon, still dry, but toward evening, we'll be keeping an eye on the radar for those isolated snow chances that are going to pass through in the overnight hours Sunday into Monday. So I'm not expecting anything as far as accumulation goes from that, but it does look like we'll be brushed by it. And for those of you who may be taking the trek east to Pittsburgh, temperatures are going to be in the upper 30s at game time for our Brownies at Three Rivers Stadium with cloudy conditions. It's going to feel damp. I wouldn't be surprised if some rain showers start to move in as the game is going on. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. Look where the temperatures go from here. We will be back into the 40s as we head through the end of the weekend and into next week. No major storm systems on the horizon, but by next Friday, we could have a little bit of something to talk about. We'll be keeping an eye on that.